Welcome to the exclusive. I'm your host, Sharon Tharp. I'm here to break down the latest episode of Survivor 50. And to join me today is the one and only Brazilian dragon from the Witches Coven. I don't know what you want to say here, from Survivor Philippines and Cambodia, which is one of my favorite seasons. Abi-Maria Gomes, welcome to the podcast.
The one that
Yeah.
was supposed to be on 50. Okay, but I did get the buff. So hopefully the winner will be coming from the pink tribe, not purple.
Oh my God. Wait, hold on. Okay. Let's just dive right in here because obviously there was a lot going on with this casting situation. How far did you get? And is that buff actually something you got or you bought? I'm confused.
How far did I get on Survivor 50? I mean, I almost made it. I haven't gotten my call to tell me that I haven't made on the 50 season yet, even though I went through the whole process. So mentally, I probably am there along with the girls that are all being purpled this season. So I'm there whispering their ears. But I was supposed to be on the season and then they decided not to put me in. I think it has to do with the patriarchy. I think they wanted to keep it, very strong. Yep. They didn't want the matriarchy to come. And even though we have some strong women in this cast.
Yes, we do. I wish we were seeing more of it, which I'm sure we'll get into because Angelina was on a tear this morning in her exit press, which
I am loving it. I'm loving it. I'm like, go girls, spill the beans.
Yeah, I think people don't, maybe people know and maybe people don't, but to speak out like that can be scary when a network, you know what I mean? Like it's not, so scary. A lot of people won't do it. And so I give her credit because it's, there's CBS representatives on the line. I'm sure the publicists are there and stuff. And so, but she has a point. Tiffany's gotten like no screen time. Didn't even see Genevieve this episode. So
I know. And Genevieve delivers.
Yeah, I guess it's because they won. But wait, so were you supposed to be on that pink tribe?
I mean, I was supposed to be on the season. I went through a whole year of casting. I mean, I remember that I had gone. I mean, time is flying, right? So we're in 2026. They shot in 2025. So yeah, I believe
2024 you were contacted then.
Yeah, I was contacted in 2024, right when I came back from Brazil. I went to Brazil with my boyfriend to introduce him to my family. The day that I walked into my apartment, Survivor casting called me and they pitched this amazing celebratory season. I went through the whole process. I did have my whole, Zoom call with Jazz and all of the other guys that run the patriarchy of Survivor. I thought I was going to be invited. I went through psych interviews. I went through medical. I sent them my blood, everything. And then I was trying to figure out timing. And then I was left on red. I don't know if they were waiting perhaps to last minute to see if they're gonna use me or not, or maybe I don't know. Maybe they wanted to stick with other people, not me. I don't know. Maybe they had something in mind. Too bad. Their loss.
Yeah, it is their loss.
I'm gonna have my pretty woman moment with them one day. I'm gonna have my bags full of expensive clothes, and I'll be like, too bad, big mistake.
Yes. I love it. It's true. Big shame. I would have loved to see you out there. I think you would have been super fun. But listen, I don't know. Let's see what happens. I feel like they're gonna have to be more returning player seasons than usual. Like I feel like and I've said this last time too. Like they're trying to bring in new viewers. Well, okay, now they're here. Like you got to keep them. If you just go back to the new era, I just don't know if those people are sticking around. So let's see. I don't know what's going to happen.
Let's see what happens. I feel that the 20s season was very there was nobody besides Coach, but he's been on a few seasons already. But there was no one really from the 20s season. There was a lot of old school player, not the middle child like me. We got forgotten from this whole.
Yeah, you would have been a great representative for the 20 that era.
I think so too. I think that I would have loved to have my full circle moment like Angelina had yesterday. I loved it. I think that was so beautiful and poetic for her to give her jacket away. That was beautiful. I would have loved to have seen more of her. I mean, she's looking amazing. She's such a well-spoken, beautiful woman. But on the other hand, I am rooting for Christian right now. And I think that, I'm sorry, Angelina. I know you guys have some beef going on right now. I love you too, but Christian is giving me such chaotic television. I mean, the first 2 episodes, for me, it was like pure cinema. I mean, I loved Christian. I didn't watch the Zac Brown episode. I mean, I'm not really a country gal. I come from like the country in Brazil, and country music is huge where I am from. So I'm like always been like a rock and roll metal girl type of girl. So I'm not really into country. So I was like, I don't really need to watch a whole Zac Brown fest. So I watched it last night. I was excited. I was going to be talking to you today. I loved the episode, but it's like, what's up with the girls not getting any screen time, being purpled? Like, what's going on with that?
Yeah. And I think, listen, I understand it's a big cast and they have to show a lot of different people, but we had like, I don't know, several minutes of Ozzy just meditating and giving these weird analogies. We had people talking about, see, I don't even like it. I'm like a lady. I don't really talk about like bodily functions and fluids, and they're talking about that on camera. And I'm just like,
gross.
Do we need this?
I mean, Jeff is trying to get like the demographic to be very young. So I guess, middle school kids, they do like.
They like those jokes, I guess.
So I guess that's the demographic right now for Survivor.
Oh, God. Well, Abby, I guess like let's dive into the Angelina vote out first. Sad to see her go. Like you, I thought her exit was very classy. I think it was full circle. I think she kind of got the raw end of the deal in terms of her edit. I feel like everything was sort of through Christian's eyes, which again, I think the Christian storyline, like you're saying, I'm enjoying it.
Right.
But it is very, very Christian heavy. And I would have loved to see, like, they didn't even show us how Angelina and Christian, like, what happened after Mike was voted out. Like, they didn't show us that scene. They showed Ozzy being upset, but I was like, where was Angelina's scene? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, isn't it so sad how so much get lost in the edit? I mean, and I will speak from experience. I've been in 2 epic seasons, and Survivor Philippines, so much was lost from my edit. I honestly thought that I was going to be a hero. Survivor Philippines, and people are like, really? I'm like, really? Like, you did not see the 360 journey of Abi-Maria on Survivor Philippines. You saw really just one facet. I mean, for starters, I played with a torn ACL all season long. That was never shown. I had an amazing social game, even though people will be like spilling their tea right now listening to this. But think about it. We never went to tribal when we were on Tendeng. And that was me convincing them to not have me play the challenges, because my knee, I felt like my knee was dislocating it. I didn't even know what an ACL was. I kept on telling them my knee keeps on twisting. But I had, torn the ligament, the ACL, right on marooning when Jeff gave us 60 seconds to gather everything that we could from that vessel to jump in the water and find a map and find our island. When I tell people this story, people they're
like, what?
Yeah, what?
What are you talking about?
But yeah, so a lot of that wasn't even put on, like, people don't even know. I have to scream from the top of my lungs because people think I was just lazy. It drives me crazy that they called Angelina.
I was going to say, did you connect with Angelina on that?
It connected very much because they silenced her. And I am so sick and tired of this society being so patriarchic and silencing women. I mean, that goes back centuries, and it drives me crazy. And I'm glad that she's using her voice now, and it's possibly because the therapist told her, do what you got to do, because we have therapists on Survivor, because it's like a very intense game. It messes with your head. I mean, you're betraying people that you grow to really build this relationship with and and it just really hurts. For me, even though I am the villain on Survivor, the hardest thing was like having to get rid of somebody. It
Yeah.
was really hard for me to vote people out. That was really one of the hard, besides the rain, voting people out was really hard, even though I come off so cunning. You just see one side of me. I actually do have a very soft side too.
That's that's a great point, Abby, because I feel like same thing with Angelina of like production and the edit team, they know what side of you they like to show, but then they don't sort of expand your character or show the other sides. They're like, okay, they're this
Some
one
people
thing.
they do, some they
Some
don't.
people,
Some
right?
people they
Right.
do, and I think it usually is based on the winner because they have to edit on who wins. Or I feel like they edit back, like from the end
Backwards
towards
almost.
the
Yeah.
beginning, yeah, backwards, because then they're gonna have to find a way of showing how that happened, right? I mean,
Yep.
and on my season, it was beautiful because it was like me against Denise towards the end. It's like, and she's obviously a hero, and she fits the demographic. She's like a white woman from the Midwest and a therapist. Come on, like I studied business. I know how these things are written and made, and of course they're going to, especially now with the political climate that we live in, of course they're going to show the immigrant Latina woman as the crazy and the villain. Sure, that fits their narrative.
Well, I do want to get your thoughts because you mentioned that you really like Christian, and like again, I think people like to take sides, but I think multiple things can be true at once. Because yes, I'm sad to see Angelina go, but I am enjoying Christian's story. I just worry that this was too early for Christian. He's coming out as a big character, and I worry when this merge comes next week, is he going to stand out? What do you think from Christian's perspective?
Well, we got to remember that he did send that boomerang idol to Aubrey, right?
That's
So he's
true.
already
Yep.
solidifying alliances on the other side. Christian is a very intelligent man. I think that even I was preparing myself before seeing you today. Angelina even said that she heard him speaking in his room, that he would speak to
Oh,
himself
right.
loudly. And that is so funny because Denise, when we were in Philippines, she would just like walk around the pool constantly, and she was so in her head. She was probably thinking about the game and what she was gonna. And Christian, I mean, did he play only once? Ghost.
Yeah, David versus Goliath.
Goliath, right? He only played once. I think he came pretty prepared. I would
Yeah.
have loved to play with Christian, but I think he would come for me, maybe perhaps if I was there. I don't know. And even though I did not watch the Zach Brown episode, I did take notes that he made a brilliant move voting out Mike.
Mike.
The
Okay.
the 3-2-1 vote, that was brilliant for him because
Great
when
TV.
you're so tired. I mean, he's a mathematician, but you're so tired, you're so hungry that like you don't really get to think that clearly, and he was able to pull that off brilliantly. I mean, he's building a strong resume, but sometimes that doesn't pan out well.
Yes, and you're right. He does have a lot of connections. He's got Aubrey. He's got Devins. He's probably going to go back to. Then he has that relationship with Emily, which Emily's a little messy. But listen, no one's saying Emily's name anymore.
What is her last name? Come on, say her last name for me. Exactly. She's living up to it. I love it. I love that her name is Emily Flippin, and she's been flipping everything around. It's great though. I mean, we love to hate on Survivor, but at the end of the day, it entertains
It's
me.
fun.
Like, I've
Yeah,
been
of
a
course.
fan of the show since when I lived in Sweden. I was an au pair. It's not a good thing to say you're Brazilian and an au pair these days. Like, remember that?
Yeah. I know a Brazilian au pair too, and yeah, I know there was this case. Yeah. Anyway.
That case, yes. Anyways,
yes, that case. That's so interesting. Wait, so you watched real quick as an aside, what season were you watching in Sweden? Was it like the early seasons?
Sweden is where the show initially started. It was Robinson's Island. It was amazing. And I used to watch it when I was like 18. I'm like 46 now. Time flies. I don't even understand how I'm 46 now. But yeah, I used to watch it when I was like a teenager, and it was like amazing. And for me to come to America, become a US citizen, and get on my favorite show, like people don't hear me speaking that way because usually I put like a tough front. But it was like, oh my God, like pinch me. Like I used to watch the I'm calling it the Witch Covens Alliance, but I am a part of the Witch Covens Alliance.
You
And
are.
I used to say the Black Widow Brigade.
Yeah.
And I used to watch them, and people would be like, "You would be so good on that show." And I'm like, "Oh, like they would ever cast me." And I made it. So anything is possible.
I love that. Okay.
Yeah.
Talk to me about Ozzy here. Obviously, he wasn't happy with Christian last week, so he wasn't happy that Christian got rid of Mike. What do you think about this move from Ozzy to sort of also just get Angelina out? I don't know about this move from Ozzy. I think he could have gotten Christian out and it would have been better for him, but now it's the merge, so I'm like, I don't know. Who knows at this point now that the merge is here?
I think the Ozzy is so emotional right now in his gameplay.
He wants to play a better game, Abi-Maria.
He wants to play a better game, but like I have my notes here. I actually was watching this one other podcaster, Tony Squares, and he made an amazing analogy. He talked about how ghosts of seasons past are trying how ghosts from seasons past are coming to bite the castaways this season, because it almost feels like they're trying to undo their past, right?
Yep.
So we saw that with Ozzy and his relationship with he had a bad relationship with Dragon Slayer.
Really, he's mending those fences to some degree.
He's trying to mend those fences, and then Charlie.
We'll get into that. Yeah.
PTSD overload. One of my favorite scenes is him like hunching over Ray's God on that. Yes. Like that was like, oh, if I was Riz and I would have woken up to like Charlie just watching me like that. It would like that scene was amazing.
I wanted to ask Charlie today when I talked to him, like, what was the goal of that conversation, just to confirm who we told the idol about? I have to imagine Charlie knows that that's like kind of a weird move to just, I don't know. It was a weird scene. It was
such a weird scene. Maybe part of the editing, because going to second chances now, that whole bracelet and PG and I on television, that was a lot more of a big deal than it was on the island.
I'm sure, yeah.
On the island, it was like, oh, have you seen this bracelet? And it was just like so weird. She got like all worked up with me, but I was like, why? Like it was a quack, like whatever.
Yeah.
Someone smuggling things on the island. She smuggled a few things on second chances, and she got caught. Maybe that's why. PG stealing all the beans.
Oh man. Okay. I did hear that. Yes. What did you think of Jeff's impersonations at this tribal council?
I don't know. I think that Jeff
better or worse than his raps.
Oh my God, he has such a hard on for the Golden Boys. Like, and him doing the whole and hard on. Is that like kosher for me to say that? I mean, sorry, Jeff. All right, he has like a warm heart, an
affinity. Yeah.
Yes, affinity for these Kobe's and Malcolm's and the Golden Boys. Like he really does have a favoritism, I think. He was never that nice to me. He was nice to me when we had our call for Survivor 50. He was very sweet. But on the island, he was always very tough on me. And he was always nice to Malcolm. I'll never forget that.
I wonder, Abby, because like I do think, and I've talked to Jeff about this. I think there are seasons where he just was like not happy to be there. He wasn't like really enjoying it. And I wonder when it changed. I don't know if it was during Cambodia or after, but I wonder if you played today, if he would treat you differently or not. Like, I'm curious actually what you think about that.
Perhaps I would have had a different approach too. I wasn't the easiest either. I'm very assertive, and if something rubs me the wrong way, I will confront it. Right. And when I shot my seasons, I didn't know that they could hear everything that we say. And I said some things that I'm like, oh shit, I shouldn't have said that. Kelly Wentworth was the one that told me, you got to stop saying this stuff because they can hear everything you say. And I'm like, are you serious? I had no clue. So yes, maybe he heard some things that hurt his feelings, and I apologize, Jeff. You're the boss. Okay.
I mean, you still got asked to be on 50, so you're not on the
Yeah, I
do not
mean,
call
at the
list.
end of the day, it's a TV show. We're all going through
Exactly.
something, and there were like sometimes I felt like he would ask some things, you know, that would be throwing me somewhat under the bus. I would feel like he was being tough on me, so I would be vocal about it. But maybe nowadays, with the way things are and with how much growth I've done in my own life, maybe our relationship would have been different. Maybe I would have been a little bit more diplomatic and less like metal. So, so maybe I think we would have a better relationship. But now, if you would want me back on a Survivor season, that would have to be a guarantee. I'm definitely not going through the process again. Just FYI.
Okay.
I'd
Yeah.
rather be on the traders than go through the
All right.
process again.
Listen, I
Listen,
support that. Put
a
you on the
witch
traders.
dragon? Are you kidding me? On the traders? Brazilian? Okay, now.
I would love that,
Me
Abby. I
too.
honestly, you and Angelina on the same season. How about that?
Oh man, that would be so cool. It's almost like a flashback of Abby and RC, but like Abby and Angelina could actually get along.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so going back to that tribal, I mean, who else is on that tribe? Oh, Steph. I mean, Steph's not
Okay,
really
Steph, man,
give me
Steph.
your thoughts on Steph.
All right, okay, Steph. Right now, she's a beast, right? She's strong, but the whole like I don't know if it was from her or other people, but like her and Kobe, and then whatever Angelina was saying as far as them having that strong alliance from the get go, I can see that happening. She may or may not have tried contacting me through other people
Okay.
before the season started because everybody always thinks that I am a shoe in. But I ended up not making it. But I think that she was making moves. I don't know if people were playing each other in the background, but there was a lot of people trying to build pregame alliances, which
Yep.
is sad because it never works out.
I know it's one of those things, Abby. I feel like, well, if you don't do it, you're like maybe missing out. But then if you do it, it can bite you in the butt. It's like, what do you do? Like you take the call.
Even though I am a survivor villain, I really try and not do it because it's so scary to me because I don't want to have to go back and cover lies or
No,
lie.
exactly. Go back on your
I
word
like
and then
starting
it's
with a clean slate. On second chances, a few people tried. It was very uncomfortable for me because as an immigrant woman, I always feel like I have to work a little bit harder, and then I'll be like the one cut out first for like trying and like play even before the game starts. So I got really scared. But some people, I mean, second chances, there was a lot of like pre-games going on
well,
too.
also because we knew who was in contention, there was voting. It was just a whole other thing. Yeah, I agree. With Stephanie, like I will give her credit here. She was in trouble, and then all of a sudden, no one's looking at Stephanie anymore. She's just in with Ozzy,
She
is in
has
with
relationships.
yes. So I think she's in a good spot. But yeah, really, really just sad to see Angelina go out here. I think, I would have liked to see her go further. But yeah, we got two tribals this episode. So we also got Charlie, and I want to hear your thoughts on what you think about Charlie in his game this season.
Ah, man, Charlie's letting his past trauma. I mean, he did, right? Like he's gone now. He's dead in survivor terms. His life is gone, but he let his
R.I.P.
past trauma get to him. His past ghost got to him.
Yep.
I mean, that scene with him like probing Reese God, it was just like, bro, let it go. That was just, I mean, it was amazing to see it played out. Like it's been like the past 3 episodes that they are kind of bringing that whole like relationship with Maria, and then how like Riz told the tribe that he didn't vote for his bestie to win. So I mean, gosh,
Which is funny because that's a lie.
That is, I know. So did he knew about, oh my gosh, that's right.
He just wanted to down because he already had told them that him and Savannah weren't super close. And so he didn't want to like then go back on that and say, oh, actually I was lying. So he lied about it. And that's the funny thing is that Charlie that was the one thing Charlie was like hanging
Yeah,
his head
but
on. So,
Riz is really smart because he did watch that season, right? Maybe he
oh
knew
yeah,
that by bringing that up, that would like poke the
poke
bear.
him. I
Yes.
will say I will give Riz God credit here. I thought he had a very good episode. I thought he made a lot of connections. You know, he used that idol to build relationships. I think I don't listen, I think once Savannah was gone, his threat level went down, even though, there's still a little bit of a threat level there. But now teaming up with Suri, I mean, she said they're married now,
Brilliant.
Abby.
Brilliant. Teaming up with Siri and then lifting up the matriarchy. I mean, he just
He's not a
some
guy's guy.
points with the ladies. I mean, I was like, oh, Riz God, I'll be your Ave Maria.
That's also why I wonder, like, and they brought this up a lot at Tribal about like Jeff was like, Charlie, do you see yourself in Rizzo and stuff? And I do feel like, well, first of all, that was their first time seeing Rizzo at Tribal. And I think they were all like, oh, but I do think Charlie told me he's the one that wanted before the season to have like an alliance with all the women. And I feel like Rizzo just got his spot, right? Like he beat him to the punch. Like Camilla said, and Charlie admitted to me, he was just kind of slow playing the beginning of the game. And I think it just was too slow.
It's just so hard to find that rhythm, though. That is so awesome that you bring that up because, yes, to find that when is the right time to play hard, when is the right time to slow down, because there is a rhythm to Survivor. Like sometimes if you're too confident, that's when you get your
Exactly.
torch snuffed. Sometimes when you're going too slow, people pay attention to that too. So I think he just couldn't find his rhythm. He was dancing, he wasn't dancing to the beat of Survivor 50.
Yeah, I feel like again, we didn't even see a lot from his original tribe because they kept winning. So like we didn't see his relationship with all his tribe members, but it seemed like D was like ready to cut bait immediately. What do you think about this move from D and Camilla's perspective of just like F Jonathan and Charlie? Let's go with Suri and Rizzo.
Well, didn't D win that way her season? Anyone that would do anything, she's not playing a different game.
She blindsided her best ally, Austin, that season. Like D doesn't F around. Like
I am very much like D. Besides like looking gorgeous this season, she's giving us major eye candy. She's looking great.
Hot.
She's our hot girl. I mean, all the girls are looking very hot
good
this season. They all look amazing. They all look like they have makeup on. I'm like, what are they like? What did
the eyelashes are lashing?
They're lashing. I'm like, okay, if I ever have time, okay, Jeff, to go back on Survivor, definitely getting some lashes done because I look like a mess when I go back and watch the season. I'm like, oh my god, I
feel like that would be me too. I'm like, I don't want to, but nowadays all the women are getting laser and they're getting their lashes done and stuff, and I'm like, damn, it takes a lot to prep for Survivor.
It really does. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm loving this alliance with Rizzo, Suri. I was surprised that Suri didn't give Devins a heads up because she and Devins were, like he voted for Rizzo. He had no idea. And I'm wondering how that's going to go into the merge. Are they like, okay, we're not working together anymore? Or
maybe we haven't seen it. Like a lot of stuff does get lost.
I wondered that.
Room. Like I don't think that we're seeing, I mean, just like Emily too, I think we didn't see much of her and then why things went the way they went. I think that's true. Her and Angelina could have had a chance. I mean, Angelina has bringing up Emily a lot.
Yeah. Emily, I think once now Emily's at the merge, she's got other connections. Like I think again, her and Christian will team up with Devins, and maybe Devins doesn't even need Suri at that point. I don't know, but Suri also told Rizzo that she has an extra vote. Like there's just so many. I'm getting lost on like who has what right now. To be honest,
I know the extra vote and the boomerang idol and all the celebrities. It's a lot going on, and all the like dances and the rapping and then the impersonations now and the farting and the poop jokes aside, it's a lot.
Hate it. Please stop. What did you think about Dee calling I think I talked to Charlie today. I don't think he loved that Dee called him like dumb, or she said that he's like the dumbest person or something. And I was like, ugh.
Who did she call him?
She called him. She goes, I think is the most. This is not a direct quote. People. She said something like, I thought he was the most dangerous person out here, but I think he's actually the dumbest person. And I was like,
yeah, well, she probably was prompt to say that. That does give us great sound bites, right? It does give us a great sound bite. So, I mean, it sounded great. I mean, we all know that Charlie is not dumb. I mean, I was listening to some of his exit interviews today. I mean, I even wrote, I'm going to quote Charlie, the theme narratives and storytelling, why people should be voted out are not matching out. He did say that in one of his exit interviews. I mean, the guy is very intelligent.
Very,
think it's just the rhythm. I think he didn't find the Survivor 50 rhythm yet. I think that, and it all depends on which tribe you're into.
Exactly.
Because if you're on the tribe that's going to tribal all the time, you'll find that rhythm. You'll find the cracks. You're going to like start paying attention who is with who. You're like not sleeping at night. You're like listening to who is talking to whom. So I think he just got lost in the edit. And I think he didn't find his two-step. He was not being a showgirl. He did not have his showgirl moment, if I can quote Taylor Swift right now. He was like sleeping out there. Or watching Rizzo got sleep, honestly.
It was such a good scene. I want to ask you about this though, Abby, because you played twice. Both Angelina and Charlie, kind of when I talk to them and how they're playing, they both seem to want to come into 50 and kind of slow play it. Like, okay, Charlie has a reputation. He's gotten to the end. Angelina as well. Like maybe that's the thing. You're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like if you do too much, oh, you're doing too much. And if you go too slow, you're not doing enough. Right. So how did you go into Cambodia? And like, what is the best move when you're going into a returning player season? Is there a right way to play?
Such a good question. And it goes back to undoing my bad behavior, right? Like when I went to second chances, I even have a scene that I say that I'm trying, and I go like this, I'm trying to patch up my mistakes. And I see that happening. I see that happening with Ozzy, and I saw that happening with a lot of like with Charlie.
Even Colby, I feel like is coming in trying to like fix his reputation.
The Dragon Slayer coach, he's also trying to like, he's also talking about reputation. And it was so annoying to me yesterday when he was anointing people.
That was like at least 3 minutes of airtime, right?
It was like, why? And then him holding that like rosary is like, you're trying so hard. Stop. Like the first episode, he's like, has that villainous move. And I know we're going on a curve here.
Oh, it's totally fine.
Yeah, all right. So, and then now he's holding a rosary. He's just like, he was pretty annoying before Survivor 50 shooting too. He was like I think he sent the same picture to everybody, okay? And I know they're all going to be listening to this and they're probably going to hate me after this, but it's okay. I have a therapist. So it's fine. I don't care. I'm the one that didn't make it on 50. So whatever. Give me the mic. I'll spill the tea. But yeah, he was being very annoying prior to 50. And it's just like, I just don't buy it. I would like love to slay the Dragon Slayer if I was there.
Wow. Abi-Maria, I don't know if you saw my pre-season interviews or anyone's, but everyone seemed to want to work with Coach. It's like you had the opposite.
Everybody loves him. I find him to be so like, and I like him, okay, in real life. I like Coach. I think he's a great guy. But I just like, I don't know. He gives like on the show, he gives me cult vibes. He's just so culty. So like, I don't find his whole like, let's walk the good
path or whatever. Yeah.
Walk, like, let's carry the cross all together. I find that to be so like, I don't find that to be honest.
I want to ask you about this, Abby, because I feel like a lot of people are accusing each other of playing it. No. I mean, listen, everyone's it's all in good fun. You know, that's what it is. It's like we're all critiquing a show we all love. But you know, a lot of people are saying that people, you know, Q said Angelina's playing it up for the cameras. Mike said that Christian was playing it up for the cameras. Ozzy and was doing something for the cameras. Coach, I'm curious, like, because I feel like we're at the point in Survivor where, yes, you're aware that you're on a returning player season. You want to make good TV. Did you guys have that in Cambodia? Did you feel like that people were
Everybody thought I was playing it up for the camera.
Interesting.
Even on Philippines, I'm the Christian of both my seasons. So people hated me because I was destroying everyone's game. But at the end of the day, one person wins Survivor. And if I'm not playing hard, I'm not doing my job. That's how I look at it. When it comes to playing Survivor, I'm ruthless. I am. I mean, it's either you or me, and I'm going to work with people that I instinctively feel, you know, like that my intuition's telling. Like there's a lot of luck and intuition too that you can't really explain. But yeah, on Philippines, nobody thought I had, like, well, Scoopin didn't think. Some people are like, okay, maybe something is wrong with her knee. Peter believed me because his sister had a torn ACL. So he was like, okay, I think you have a torn ACL. But a lot of them did not think I had an injury.
They just thought you were playing it up.
They thought I was playing it up. Jazz Kent believed me. He was like actually very nice. He, production probably will hate that. He gave me secretly a painkiller, like when the tribes merged, because I was in so much pain, and he had one because he had it prescribed to him. So if you have a prescription, you can have that in your med box. So he slipped me one, like he's like, don't let anybody.
That's nice.
He was very nice because he could see that I was in a lot of pain.
I mean, he's an athlete, right? They get injured a lot, so.
Yeah, he had a bad meniscus. I don't know if you remember, he had his knee wrapped. Malcolm had his knee wrapped. When I asked to have my knee wrapped, they said no.
Yeah, what did the doctor say about your knee then? They were like,
said,
no?
Well, you know, we don't know what it is. You can't figure it out what's going on exactly. So if you wrap your knee, we're going to have to medevac you. I'm like, you're not
But they wrapped the other people's knees?
Dying. Yeah, like they're going to have to medevac me for like doing an MRI. I'm like, no, I don't want to do an MRI. I'm not going to be like, I'm going to have to die for you guys to get me out of this island. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going in. I wasn't bleeding. I thought, okay, when we go back to the US, we'll figure it out. I went back, and then the doctor was like, how are you walking? I had to go through surgery right away.
Wow. Well, to
answer your question, yes, I was the Christian of both of my seasons. On Philippines, they thought I was lying and bluffing. I did a lot of bluffing and lying. Got to do that on Survivor.
Of course.
But the injury was real. And then on Second Chances, yeah, they all thought I was playing it up for the cameras.
Do you think other people were, though? For the cameras?
It happens, for sure. Yeah. It's an opportunity that you have. It's such a platform. The world is watching you. Like, so much can come out of it. I mean, it has changed my life for the good and for the bad. At the time, social media wasn't a big thing. So it did hurt my career a bit because people thought I was completely crazy. But now, you know.
Oh, it did hurt your career. Oh.
It did hurt my career back then. It did hurt my career. So I had to go back to the drawing board and actually work on myself so that I can, you know, present myself more as a well-spoken woman and take ownership for what I've done and learn a bit on when it comes to communication skills and understand how the world works. And I think that now I can hold my own and hold my ground, and I can defend my personality, and people actually love it.
Yes, Abby, we do love it. No, it's true. I feel like, and I've had this conversation before with just reality TV, it really does put a mirror up to you. And like, I even Charlie, they were saying at a tribal, they're like, you're the hero of your own story. And then you watch it back and then you're like, wait, huh? And
I was the hero of my story. And then I watched it back and I'm like one of the biggest villains. And I'm like, what is that?
Yes. And I feel like we all would be that way. Like, I would go in probably thinking, oh, everyone's going to love me. And then I'm going to cry when I realize not everyone does. So
it was tough. Yeah.
It was not easy.
I was getting death threats. It was tough. And back then I didn't really have like emotional support like they have now.
It's definitely different. Yep.
It's different. Yeah.
Yep. Well, I give you credit.
I had to really dig deep. You know, I read Poverty's book and I really felt like, oh my gosh, I really see so much of myself in her story, especially when it came to surviving. I mean, she has won, and she's a way bigger personality when it comes to this realm of things. I mean, she has won twice, but as far as the experience on how she felt like people didn't understand her and how they kind of like turned their back at her and how they weren't really like loving her after she had experienced one of the biggest things in her life, I felt the same way. I felt the same way because it's not like, it was very toxic for a long time. So I was ready to go back for my third time, play, actually have fun, because it wasn't fun when I did it, because second time I was trying to patch up the mistakes. It was almost like the ghost of Abi-Maria in Philippines kept on coming back. I was honestly, when I was watching last night's episode, it's almost like literally like Charlie's moment, like when he kept on seeing that ghost of Maria and voting for like that. Like I felt that, like, oh my gosh, are people just perceiving me as what happened on my first season? Like, so I felt like I didn't play to my fullest potential my second time around because I kept on thinking about my first time around. But now I'm so over it, and I am even more
ready to go.
I'm ready to go because now I don't give an F. So
yeah.
I don't give a.
But no, you're right. We also saw, I forgot to mention, we saw Cochran, the flashback to Cochran and Ozzy, which I do like that they're doing these flashbacks. I feel like it adds to the story, so I don't hate that. But yeah, you're not wrong. I just feel like this is sort of the season of, as Christian said, like open wounds or scars or whatever he was saying.
But patching up past mistakes, as I've said,
exactly.
I don't take chances.
We didn't see the other tribe obviously didn't go to tribal council. We didn't see too much of them. Like we talked about the coach stuff. It's just like, it's the coach. What is it? Joe, Coach, and Colby.
They love it. They love it. They love it right now. It's like the MAGA demographic, right? I mean, it's like the Christian nationalists. I mean, Coach comes off as one. He's always like posting Bible verses. This is like, I find it so like, so try hard for me. I don't know, but I am, like I said, I'm a rebel, so I don't know. Like I just,
yeah. I mean, listen, we all don't have to like the same people.
Love it, but I can't. Like,
yeah, you have your opinion. I want to know what you think about Aubrey. I think she's had a rough go at it. It seems like now that she has Tiff, she's vibing with Tiff. But yeah, what do you make of Aubrey's game? Because she came into the game and she told me she fell out of love with Survivor, which maybe I don't know if you can relate to this, but she really had a tough time and she wanted to fall back in love with Survivor. And I'm like worried for her. I feel like she's just off to a rough start here.
I actually was supposed to see Aubrey last night. She had a watch party in Los Angeles. She was so kind. She invited me, but I couldn't make it because it was like an hour away from where I live. I live by the airport, and it was like all the way like
LA is that traffic. No, thank you.
Yeah. And I got off work and I had an appointment, and by the time I was done with my day was like 7:30, so I couldn't make it. So I felt so sad because I wanted so much to be there for her. But Aubrey, from her press interviews, she used an analogy that attracted me so much. She said that she wanted to play like an octopus. And I think that's the best approach for playing Survivor. And I love that because I just got a NA degree in social and behavioral science with a bachelor's in management. And
congrats.
That's what you learn when it comes to managing a team. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm doing business development, and I'm handling all the sales for this company that I work for right now. And it's like, you don't deal with Sharon how you would deal with Sandra. You don't deal with Aubrey how you would deal with Cochran, for example. So I think that her approach is genius. We haven't seen much of why she's been so upset and feeling like left out. I don't understand, because I think that there are so many different people, like 24 people that they started.
There's a lot.
That you don't see a lot of the narratives and why people are reacting the way that they are reacting. But I'm hoping that Aubrey is going to bring it, and her dynamic with Tiffany will bring us some like girl power, because we're yearning for that. But I hope that she finds her, passion back for Survivor. And I understand her feeling like, her fire for it has like dimmed a bit,
Yeah.
because her cards, that she's played when it comes to Survivor, have been dealt a little bit tough for her. So hopefully 50 is her moment.
Yeah. Yeah. What did you make of her and Genevieve? Do you think they're just like they're the same kind of players, so they can't see eye to eye? Do you think they're just so different? Like, I'm trying to understand what the disconnect between them,
I think
is.
that it's just like games is game. I think that it's
Yeah.
not like, oh, I hate you. Like, I'm never gonna. I think that they like, and we've just seen it to now. Hopefully, they will grow into a friendship on the island, and hopefully, they do have a friendship outside of the island when the game is done. But I think it was like Denise and I. It's just like, oh, game recognizes game, even
Like
though
respect.
Yeah, even though they made it look like I was clueless. I mean, I wasn't that clueless if I made it to the end both times, okay, audience. But I think it's like game respects game or recognizes game. Yes, I think it's a respect thing. Genevieve, she's like new era villain, right? She's not like we hate you, but she's saying things that everybody wants to say, but they don't have the courage to.
Yes.
And that's what I bring
love
to
that.
the
It's my
table.
favorite.
Yeah, like awkward moments make us happy type of thing, right? That's Genevieve. And Aubrey, you can see that she's there for her family, for her toddler, for her kids. She's like, she really wants to bring that home. I would love to see a woman win this season. Aubrey would be amazing. She has played 3 times already. Genevieve
This is her fourth,
fourth time, yeah. So Genevieve would be. I think it's game respects game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think it's interesting when we get to the merge now, because that's what we're seeing in the next episode. It's going to be, I don't know how this is going to go. I mean, there's 17 people left, a 17-person merge. Where are they sleeping? I think they're going to slaughter a bunch of people next episode, because we see Jeff in the ominous tribal council saying like, this is changing. I feel like they're going to get rid of a bunch of people. Something's happening,
probably,
right?
We still have to see Mr. Beach, right? Isn't he gonna?
God.
Yeah, maybe that's gonna happen when he comes. Mr. Beast, is that his name, or Beast?
Beast, yeah, Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast. Okay, he still has to come in. You know what? I think that they were so excited for 50 that from the casting to everything is just too much. I mean, even though it's a great season, I'm enjoying it, but it may be a little too packed.
Yeah, it's one of those things like, fine if you have to throw a celebrity name in there, but it's like, okay, it's not why I watch Survivor. And I don't think even my mom, who's tuning in for the first time, I don't think she's sticking around. She doesn't even know who Billie Eilish is. So that Billie Eilish is definitely geared toward the Gen Zers. And then I guess my mom and also Mr. Beast, I guess my mom will know who Jimmy Fallon is whenever he comes into the game. But
he's going to come in the game too?
Well, I don't know. We just saw Christian say that Jimmy Fallon idol or Jimmy Fallon's affecting his game. So there's something with Jimmy Fallon coming up too. I don't know. I don't think it's in Fiji, but.
Well, I envy you. You got to go to the Survivor. What would they call the sanctuary? Oh my.
Yeah, I drove past the sanctuary. I didn't get to actually go to the sanctuary.
Oh, so the fans went to the sanctuary.
What do you mean? Oh, that like they had a separate group. Yeah, they had a bunch of groups.
They had a group of like fans actually got to go. And one of the fans now, Tag With, I actually had a podcast with her, and she was here for a Threads party. Super sweet girl. She posted a video on the sanctuary experience in Fiji, and I'm like, as being a castaway, I want to be like a fan on the sanctuary. That looked amazing.
Well, Abby, you missed it last week because Zach Brown, he was at the sanctuary with them and sang like 2 full songs on the show.
I need to go back and watch it then, just for the
I mean,
so I don't feel like I'm missing a chapter. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are some important strategic stuff in there, but like, you didn't miss that much.
Well,
but
yeah, I
think
the most important strategic stuff was like the Christian 3-2-1 vote, right? Yeah, that was covered on a clip on social media. Nowadays, when you miss something, you can go online and like, okay,
just go on TikTok. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, with this merge coming up, regardless of how many people they're going to cut, I do think Aubrey, and we see in the preview, I think she's going to link back up with Sari. She has an idol. She's going to link up with Christian. He's probably going to tell her he sent it. Then there's that Devin. Maybe it's the Sari, Devins, Christian, Emily. I don't know. I don't know. And then you got the bros with Chrissy somehow with the bros. I think she kind of, I don't even blame Chrissy, because I think Chrissy had a rough tribe to start with, and then I think she didn't really have a lot of places to go.
Yeah,
So,
and another turn off for me was the Christy and Coach's moment when he told her that she was being too much. Come on.
yeah, what'd you think?
Oh, I would have. Oh
She
my
handled
God.
it well, I thought.
She did. I wouldn't have handled as well if a guy would have told me, like, I know I'm too much, okay? Like, if I was a guy,
It's tough to hear that.
So I know I'm too much. Like,
I would have bawled my eyes out. Like, let's be real.
I would have bawled my eyes. It would have been really hard for me to contain. Not like, I mean,
it gave me flashbacks to, do you remember when Tyson told Coach that? I don't know if it must have been Token Cheese, or no, it must have been Heroes versus Villains. When he's like, Coach, stop wearing the feathers in your hair. Like, stop doing all this Tai Chi stuff. Like, people are annoyed. And I felt like Coach, it was like bringing that back. And now Coach is doing it to Chrissy. I just thought that was interesting.
Funny how karma is.
Yeah, I think it's just funny how like things become full circle, and I don't know. That's the other thing I am enjoying about this season, Abby, is like, I do like the history, and you're seeing it play out with different people. And I think that's what, like, returning player seasons, okay, it brings back viewers, but it also is kind of nice to see all the webs. Like, I would have loved to see who you were friends with and who you have history with, and where you fit in. Like, I find that very interesting.
Oh, I am such a finicky person. I'm such a cat. I am such a cat.
Who would you have gravitated toward?
Ooh, Christian. I would have loved to play with Christian. I think that I would want to play with him. I love the way he's playing. Oh man, I definitely, I would love to play with Angelina too. She's like a girl. She's like a cool girl. Who else can I see? Siri. I would totally be caught on that web. Siri has this calming personality, and I am such like a spark plug that I think that I would need somebody to just like, like, she gives me like mom vibes, and I love a mom. So Chrissy, maybe. I think that the Dragon's Lair and I would have problems. I think that him being so patriarchic, even though he probably won't agree, he would be like, no, I'm not being patriarchal. But like telling Chrissy to shut up, basically in a nice way, the way he did, would have rubbed me really wrong. I definitely would not get along with Kobe. I would definitely not get along with Kobe. I would be offering him chocolate, maybe. I don't know.
He doesn't need that.
Just because it brings me like the Kobe, and like
Jeff.
Jerry, like that.
Jerry,
Jerry, So I would maybe work with Stephanie. We'll have to see. I would like to use her as a shield. Definitely Camilla. I think I could totally work with Camilla. Kyle. I mean, unfortunately, he was mad evac, but I think that I could. Kyle also is just like, he has this, like, he's so genuine. See, that's the word that I was looking for Coach. I don't find him genuine.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, listen, I will say Kyle, every time I met Kyle, very genuine guy, feels
very genuine,
Yeah.
Ozzy, I think I could see myself working with him.
Have you met Ozzy over the years?
Yeah, I've met him.
You've met him. Yeah.
Met him.
So you have some history with people in terms, I'm sure you've crossed paths with
I've been walking the Survivor streets for years now.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. A couple people real quick that we didn't talk too much about. Sari, we mentioned a little bit. Sari is in a great spot, right? Like, I'm like, she's like insulated now, where going into the game, I'm like, everyone's gonna be looking at her, but I honestly think she's okay for now.
I think so too. And I kind of like saw a little bit of a spoiler. Is Loved Ones coming back?
No, is that true?
I mean, I think that I saw somewhere when I was kind of like doing my homework here to meet with you that loved one visit is back. Apparently, Jared, her son, is going. Like, I don't.
I don't
Maybe
know
I'm
if this, I
wrong.
saw, yeah, I don't know if this is true or not because I think I saw this a while ago as well, and I don't know. I feel like it would have gotten out there more if the loved ones were there, but like who knows? Like I wish they do. I like a loved one's visit personally. I know it's not for everyone. I enjoy it.
I
I'm
love
trying to
it. My
think.
mom came twice.
Yes, your mom. Yes,
It
that's
was so
right.
sweet to have her there. Are you kidding me? Like me being able to give her that, I
And I
would
think it
buy
makes people like remind them why they're there and they fight, like get through the end of the game and really fight for it. I think, I don't know. I like a loved one's visit. We'll see. And then I
my
wanted to ask,
mom. Oh my
oh, go
gosh,
ahead.
my mom being there, like when she was like, "Força, filha, força," and she could barely catch a ball, was like, when I watch it, it gives me like, I giggle inside. It was like so funny. Like she has no idea what's going on, and her being so clueless out there was like great television. I love that. And then my boyfriend, he saw one clip where she calls me her angel, and then Jeff is like, angel, huh? Mm-hmm. So he was dying when he saw that. He's like, oh my gosh, she's totally throwing you under the bus. And I'm like, I'm telling you, he was
Oh
like
my
the
God.
moment
Wait,
that he could. He was stern with me. So
yeah, I guess
stern.
he was kind of hard on you. I don't know why. Like, yeah. But wait, so do your boyfriend go back and watch your seasons, or like he's like, I don't want to see it?
He's like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it, because when he saw that, he's like, oh my gosh, they're throwing you under the bus. He knows I'm feisty. He knows
Yeah.
that I can be very feisty. That's a part of my personality. But he also knows I'm a very good person. There has to be a reason for me to act the way I act. He knows that I'm like, she's not gonna just, he knows by reading comments online, he knows it's very polarizing, so he
Yep.
has a hard time seeing me in the bad light. So
Listen, it's hard to, well, I'm sure it's hard to watch your loved one also being treated badly or not the way that you want that. Like, yeah, it's probably
he
really
was
difficult.
excited for 50, but he was actually happy that I didn't get
He
to
was,
go.
yeah.
Yeah, he's
That's
like,
fair.
actually, I'm happy. I mean, I was crying because,
Of
I was
course.
invested. I cried. And I wanted to have that. But then at the same time, I'm like, you know what? Everything happens for a reason. As cliche as it sounds, maybe it wouldn't have been a good thing for me. Maybe it wasn't the right time. And I was
Honestly, yeah.
writing every day. I was doing the like manifestation work. I was writing, I am the winner of Survivor 50. Oh, and he was like, I have like a notebook filled with I am the winner of Survivor 50. So God saw that and said, okay, she's not going to be winning this. So maybe like, let's not even cast her. Let's just,
Yeah, this isn't your season. It'll be a different season. It'll be something
yeah,
else.
maybe a
So
different show, maybe a different season. And I don't know if I rubbed the Jeff the wrong way, because while I was doing the whole casting for 50, the House of Villains reached out to me. So I
of
let
course
them
they
know.
did.
Yeah, of course they did. But then they went with Tyson. It's like, I'm so over it. I'm like, people, call me when you know that you won the Brazilian Dragon. If you just want to go with another Parvati or another Tyson, take them. They're great TV too, but I am better. Okay, I'm better.
I feel like House of Villains is like the first step, and then they're starting to like see how you are, and then they put you on Traitors. Like I feel like it's a good step of like, and I feel like you would be fun in there.
No,
And
just put me on Traitors already.
but yeah, you could skip. You could
I
skip
don't.
it. You could go
I
straight to
can skip
Traitors.
that step. I mean, they saw me. The meeting with them was great. I was talking about a lot of great things. I think they were impressed. They wanted to see my comeback, but I think that the moment that Tyson said yes, they pushed me aside. I mean, how can you compete with a winner? I haven't won yet.
Oh gosh. Yeah, but all right. Since we're kind of wrapping up on the Survivor stuff, I want to ask you about the Traitors real quick because, and this kind of goes back even to Survivor here is like being cutthroat. Like obviously some people's feelings get hurt. I feel like on Traitors, they take everything very personally. Like, do you ever worry if you go on Traitors that people will be, you know what I mean? Like, I think you see people get very hurt, and I'm like, this show is called Traitors. Like,
Traitors.
you're
I don't
supposed
think
to.
I would give an F for the housewives. Okay, I think I would.
That's
I
what
would
I'm
work
saying.
with
Like,
them. I would work with them. I
you
would
have
work with
to.
them if they want to work with me. But
Yes.
from friends that have been on the show, they told me that they kind of act towards the gamers, which are like the Survivor players, usually the gamers or the
Yep.
Big Brother players. Like they kind of like the housewives act a little bit above them. That they act for the cameras, but they don't really care to play the game.
Yeah, it's tough. It's like I'm here for the entertainment, and so I appreciate the housewives knowing to bring the entertainment. But I do wish there was a little bit more of like remembering, hey, this is just a game. Like we're not like I don't. Anyway, that's a tangent. But I was
I
wondering
would
because
slap them into reality real quick. Trust.
I would love to see that, Abby. I would love to see that.
Trust.
Oh my god. Have you ever been called for any other shows over the years that you were like interested
I was
in
on
or?
Fear Factor.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Wait, when was that?
That was insane. I couldn't walk or talk for 2 weeks after that.
From
I think
what?
my body got into a shock. Well, they stick me on a claustrophobic tunnel with
Nope.
snakes, rats, cockroaches, all of this crazy stuff to solve a puzzle while snakes were pouncing at me. It was so scary. Like I lost my voice from screaming.
Wow. Okay. All right.
That was
Would you
crazy.
do Amazing Race?
I would
Or bit
totally do Amazing Race or Destination X. Yes, I would
okay.
100% do it. Destination X, Amazing Race, I would do it. I wouldn't do Big Brother. It's just too long. 3 months.
Yes.
It's like I don't like. I have a business to run here. Like I have a good job, so I couldn't. I mean, but like the Traders or Destination X or even Survivor, I think that the CEO would like allow me to take some time off.
Shorter time.
It's good for them too, right?
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Well, Abby, I hope we see it.
we'll
Is there
see.
anything else? Sorry, I was gonna say, is there anything else from the episode that
Let's
you want
see
to
if
touch
there's
on?
anything else that I found it to be memorable from last night's episode.
I feel like we covered it.
I think we covered all. I think that the boat scene where Charlie is hovering over Ree's God was like pure gold. Christian is delivering. He's playing a bit too hard. Hopefully, he's not going to bite him in the butt. Aubrey, what did you see? What did we see of Aubrey? It wasn't anything that. No.
This episode, not much. I think it was just a little bit of her, maybe Tiffany. I don't even like. Again, such small edits for the women.
Such a small edits for the woman. I'm like so kind of over the patriarchy. Like, come on, matriarchy strong. Let's reverse this. Hopefully, the next episode will be more mummies. You know, our mothers, more mummies, our mothers. Hopefully, they're going to be delivering because we all love a strong woman's alliance. Come on. The Black Widow.
It is true.
Widow
You're
Brigade,
iconic.
The Witches Coven alliance. Like, you know, the gays are huge fans of Survivor. They love that. They love seeing it. And they love when we slay all of those like patriarchic characters. So yes, come on, Jeff.
That's why that's why like all the women lately, the really good players are all quote unquote villains, but we all love it. Like it's not, I don't know. It's such an interesting thing that like, you know, the Savannahs, the Genevieves, the even like maybe not Dee, but like any of the women, I feel like, especially even in the new era too, like they're all considered villains if they're like cutthroat.
If they have a voice, if they use
it's
their
so
voice,
interesting.
if they're assertive, but that's like society. Like we've been shown for like centuries of years. If we have a voice, we're witches. So whatever. Bring on. I'll be a witch. I'll be the witch. I'll fly the broom. I'll have a pet. I actually am cat sitting right now. So yeah, I have a black cat. So let's
cat
go.
Lady. Wait, you did mention Camilla and we didn't touch on her real quick. Loved the scene of her being like, Riz God's a weirdo. Like, I love Rizzo, but I found it so funny when she was like, huh? And then her reaction to the Billie Eilish idol, she's like rolling her eyes.
Whatever.
I loved it.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, no, she's great. Yeah, I would love to see more of Camilla too.
Yeah, we haven't seen her.
Yeah, like come over, just showing the freaking guys. Come on, we can do better. As Angelina said, we can do better.
Yes. Let's see next week and see if
let's see what happens.
I don't know.
Hopefully they're taking notes.
Yeah.
And maybe that's the reason why I didn't make it on the show, because I'm very vocal and I told them I didn't want to be another Parvati. I love Parvati, but I am Abi-Maria. And if
Right.
you're
You
going to
don't
put
want
me
to
on the show,
reinvent.
I want to be myself.
Yes.
I'm not trying to play like anybody else. And that's so funny because all my due respect to Savannah, she plays her own game. But like she really reminds me of Parvati. Like there's
A lot of
something
people said that.
Yeah,
A lot of
like
people
the
said that.
internet was saying that. And it's just like, I never want to be compared to anybody. I want to be myself. I've been always Abi-Maria. I'll be Abi-Maria forever, and I'll always play like myself. And people sometimes like think my game is like whack, but hey, it worked for me. And if I ever had another chance, I could just maybe it will get lost on the edit. Maybe it won't. Who knows? Maybe I'll
That
have
would be a
to
crime.
and they have to edit backwards based on my wackiness. So,
well, listen, Abi-Maria, there will never be another Abi-Maria ever. that is the truest thing ever. But yeah, I appreciate you coming on and chatting today. Like, please, I would love to have you back. This has been so fun. It's also been fun catching up. I follow you on social media and stuff, but just chatting and getting to know you has been really fun. So thank you for joining me today.
Sorry if I hurt any feelings. I'm just speaking my mind.
It's all for fun. Like, it's not that deep, everyone.
Besides the game and outside of the game, even if you're phony, I love you.
We love the phony. Well, thank you, Abby, so much. For the listeners, remember, hit the subscribe button. Go check out my exit interviews with Charlie and Angelina. They were really good interviews, and like we said, Angelina said some really poignant things that I think a lot of people are afraid to say that I really appreciated. But yeah, and I'll be back next week with some more Survivor 50 coverage.
Yay!
So thank you.
Love chatting with you. Bye, everybody.